Hey, welcome back, Craps Crusaders. The strategy today has a little bit of tower building to it, but at the same time, we're never risking our money out there for more than 3 hits. So it's kind of an interesting combination to check out. Hopefully you'll find something in it that you can use in some of your strategies. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Okay, with our strategy today, we're going to be playing the inside, the 5 through the 9. And here's how this is going to play out. We're going to wait for a point to be established. Let's say it's a 4, just to keep the puck out of the way. Whatever the point is, it doesn't matter. We're going to start by placing the following bet. On the 6 and the 8, we're going to place 18 each. So we're in for 36 so far. And then on the 5 and 9, we're going to place $10 each. So that would be 56 altogether. And that's if we're playing at a $10 minimum table. If it's a $15 minimum table, same thing, just make your 5 and 9. You're gonna have to start those at 15 each, but we'll play the strategy the exact same way. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this at the $10 level. So I'm gonna take the 5 and 9 back down to 10. So I've got 18 each on the 6 and 8, 10 each on the 5 and 9. We wait for a point to be established, and then we put our 56 across the inside. So there's 2 things you're going to have to remember for this strategy that you'll use all the time. So let me go ahead and show you what those are. So the 5 and 9, if we hit a 5 or 9, it's going to pay 14. And here's what we're going to do with that 14. We're going to pick either the 6 or the 8. We'll always only pick one or the other for this strategy. And here's what we're going to do. If a 5 or 9 is hit, we're going to use $12 of it to take either the 6 or the 8 up, whichever one you want, whichever one you like better. So that's the first thing to remember. So just remember that. The second thing to remember is if a 6 or 8 hits, it's going to pay 21. There's the 21. And here's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to have to make a little change for this red one real quick. Sorry. What we're going to do with that, if ever a 6 or 8 is hit, we're going to use 18 of it to take either the 6 or the 8 up by 18 more. So remember those 2 things for now. Okay, for this strategy, here's what I've got as far as bankroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 540 plus 20 is 560. So that allows me for 10 shooters playing at a $10 table. So I'm just going to pull all this back here behind the pass line. And we're going to need to get a point set. All right, so let's go and get a point established. There's a 6. Come out is a 6. We don't care what the point is, remember. We start by placing 10 or 15 if you're playing at a $15 table. $10 each on the 5 and 9, and 18 each on the 6 and 8. All right, so we're looking for our first hit. There's a 7 right off the bat, so that's terrible. I'm going to take 56 out of my bankroll to reload that and give that to the casino for my drink fund. And we're going to need a new point. Here we go. All right, there's an 8. All right, so the point is 8. Okay, our first hit, we hit a 5 this time, so that's going to pay 14. There's the 14. Remember, when we hit a 5 or 9, we're going to use 12 of it to tower up either the 6 or the 8. We're going to have $2 left to throw in our rack. All right, that was hit 1. There's another 5. So another 14. And we're just going to do an instant replay. Another 12 goes on to our 6. So what we're doing is we're giving ourselves an opportunity to hit, the 6 and the 8 are the most commonly rolled numbers other than Big Red. We're giving ourselves an opportunity to hit one of those with a little bit of money on them. There we go, hard 6, perfect. Okay, so hard 6. The 6, we have 36 on there, is going to pay 42. So there's the 42. Actually, we don't have 36 out there, do we? I better check and see what we have out there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. We have 42 out there. Even better. So that's going to pay 49. We're going to go 50 for 1. And back down to base level. The point is still 8. And here we go. So we're back to hit 1, looking for hit 1. There's a 9. $10 9 is going to pay 14. And I'm going to go ahead and tower the 6 up again. So 12 of that adds to the 6. That's hit 1. All right, hit 2 is a 5, another 14. And hopefully we can just do an instant replay. 2 in the rack, 12 more, towers up to 6. So we're at 42. Look at that, 6, 5, 1, 6. So it's going to pay 49. Going to go 50 for 1. And go ahead and go back down to the base level of 18s and 10s. 8 is still the point. We're looking for hit 1. And 7 out. Okay, so we've got 56 out there for our base level. So here's 56 to pay for that. And let's get a point set again. The new point is 5. There's a hard 6. This is kind of nice. It pays 21. So let's first of all pay that. So here's the 21. Now when 5 or 9 hits, we only get to add $12 each to the 6 or the 8. When a 6 or 8 hits off the bat, we get to put 18 on there. So let's do that. So after our first hit, our 6 is already up to a $36. So that's hit 1. There's a 5. That's the point. $10 5 is going to pay 14. There's the 14. 12 of it's going to go to that 6. And we're going to need a new point first of all. 9. New point is 9. All right, so next hit, we collect and go to base level no matter what. We prefer this. We take that next, and then, lastly, we take the 5 or the 9. That's a yo 11. 2, craps 2. All right, there's a 5. So, didn't hit a big tower this time. So it's going to pay 14. I'm going to go, I'll just pay it 14 actually. So there's the 14. Go back down to our base. And the rest of it, what am I doing there? There we go. The rest of it, we can throw in our racks. And starting over. There's a 5. It's going to pay 14. There's the 14. Let's go with the 8 this time. So we're going to take our 8 up by 12. Throw a couple dollars in the rack. 4, hard 4. And 7 out. Jumped right over that 5 and knocked it. So that comes, we'll lose that. The 56 that's out there, we got to pay for. There we go. And let's get a new point. Call that a 9. New point is 9. Looking for our hit number 1. Can't happen. 5, 2, 7. 55, 56. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for us. 7 on the come out roll. There's a hard 10. Point is 10. And looking for 3 hits. 6, 1, 7. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56. We went through all the greens. Now we're getting down to just reds and whites here. All right, need a new point. That 10 is not the point. All right, so the new point is 5. And so we can do any better. 4, hard 4. All right, there's a 5. That's the point. It's going to pay 14. I'm going to go with the 6 this time. Bump the 6 up by 12. Throw 2 in the rack. And need a new point. Ooh, that was a dead roll. Hard 10. Here we go. Yo 11. There's an 8, hard 8. So this is our second hit. $18 8's going to pay 21. There's the 21. We're going to take our 6 up by 18 using our winnings. And looking for that third hit. And we do get the third hit, but it's just on the 5. That's going to pay 14. There's the 14. Take our 6 back down to 18 and rack our winnings. And back at square one, 10 is still the point. 3, craps 3. Yo 11. Here's a 6. Okay, you're going to pay 21. Here's the 21. Let's stay with the 6 this time. Six is at a $36 already, so that's after hit 1. 4, easy 4. Okay, there's a 6. Here's where we'd have our choice. We have a tower there. Do we want to collect or do we want to keep building it? I'm going to go ahead and just stay with collecting. I know we're down quite a bit, so you could push it a little bit, or take the sure thing. So we've got 36 out there. Is going to pay 42. I'm going to go 50 for 8. There's the 8. Go back down to the base level. Point is still 10. There's a 5. It's going to pay 14. There's a 14. Let's go with the 6 this time. Take the 6 up 12. Toss 2 in the rack. Looking for a second hit. All right, there's a 6. So again, it's a tower. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Got 30 out there is going to pay 35. There's a 35. Back down to base level. All right, here we go. 3, craps 3. That's a 12 boxcars. And another 6. I know we pulled it down, but that's just the way it goes. So that 18 is going to pay 21. Give me a second. I'm going to make some change. We're going to need some red. There's 100. Okay, so we need to pay ourselves to the 21. There's the 21. And we're going to use 18 of that. I'm going to switch over to the 8. That was hit 1. That's a 5, 4, 1, 5, so 14. That leaves us $12 to tower the 8. Couple bucks for the rack. And there's a 6. So our 18 is going to pay 21. That's our third hit. So back to base level. So let's rack our 21 winnings first. Take our base level. We were 56 inside once again. Oops. And here we go. And there's that 7. So going back down to base level that time did cost us less than doing the other way. All right, so we've got the 56 out there. So let's go 55, there's 56. Let's get a new point set. 7 on the come out roll. Scared me, I forgot we had to set a point. Okay, 4. The point is 4, and looking for 3 hits. And I just can't make it happen. 7 out. 55, 56 again. And let's try again. 3, craps 3 on the come out. There's a 6. 8. 8's gonna pay 21. And you know what? Even though it's the point, let's go 18 on the 6. We're gonna tower that 6 up because we don't care what the point is. We're not playing a pass or don't pass. That's hit 1. Look at that, what a call. 426. So we've got 36 out there. Yes, 36 out there pays 42. There's the 42. Let's take that point down. Take our 6 back to 18 and put some money in the rack. And get a new point going. Another 6. Could have left it out there, would have paid well. The point is 6. And a 7 out. Okay, so got 56 out there already. 55, 56. Let's get a new point set. And a 6, hard 6. Here we go. 5. So 14 is paid. 1, 2, 3. 14. I'm going to go to the 8 this time. Add $12 to that 8. Looking for hit 2. 10, hard 10. 4. Don't like these wasted rolls. And that's what they were. 7 out. So we lose that. All right. We're right at 56, so we didn't mess anything up. All right, so this would be shooter 10. 5. All right, the point is 5. Oops. And a 7 out. So not a good roll. Not a good roll at all. I'm sure we're down. Let's see how down we are based on how many 7s you just saw rolled. So give me a minute and I'll add it up for you. Okay, so here's where we finished up. We got 1, 2, 3, 400, 475, 485, 487. So we turned 560 into 487. A losing roll, but I don't think we lost a whole lot of money based on, we threw a lot of 7s, pretty bad roll. So they can't all be winners every time, but that's the strategy. You can decide, remember, with those 3 hits, if you happen to hit one of your tower numbers, do you want to just add to it if it's not your 3rd hit, or do you want to take it right back down to base level? There's all kinds of different things you can do with that, as far as if you get ahead, how you want, maybe you want to leave things out for 4 hits if you're way up, or just a total variety of things you can do. But hopefully that gives you an idea of something you might try in some of your strategies. Thanks for watching. I'll keep them coming. I appreciate it.